Hi everyone, my name is Chris Depew. I'm El Roble math teacher and also the athletic director for the school. I'm year 6 now going on for the math field, and I'm excited for this 2021 school year and all the challenges that they present. Looking at kind of the overview, we'll dive into that, and I'll dive into getting a chance so that way you guys get to kind of familiarize yourselves with me. I'm missing the handshakes, outside room 902 on day one. However, I hope this video is sufficient enough for you guys to like it. So let's get into it. Let me do some little technology wisdom here for the presentation I've prepared for you guys. All right, so bear with me. Let's see if I can get this rolling for you. So a little bit of background of me and my family. That is us four right there. So my brother Jeff in the middle. He's 2 years younger than me. He is a first-year teacher this year. He teaches outside of Austin, Texas, and he is super excited to be in his, education, getting the opportunity to kind of work with some young kids again. And then on the right is my dad, and next to me is my mom. So they both live in Illinois, and that's where we grew up. So I gotta stay true to my hometown teams right there. Big sports fan, making sure that we're doing the best we can. Maybe cried a little bit when the Cubs won the World Series. Been a long time since I. And so I went to Naperville Central High School, and after those 4 years in high school, it brought me to the University of Redlands. And so I got my undergraduate degree in mathematics, and I was also a PE minor, and I got work to get my teaching credentials on the side. Still in undergraduate, I swam for the University of Redlands all 4 years, and my brother joined me for 2 of those years. So that was a great opportunity to kind of spend more time with him. So after undergrad, I proceeded to work in student teaching and then continued my education into getting a curriculum and instruction master's degree. So Redlands got me for a long, long time, but I'm happy to be at El Roble now, giving a little taste of what I've been able to acquire throughout my years in University of Redlands. And so it's nice to be able to kind of put all that hard work into the classroom now. Now you'll see me most likely on my bike riding around the neighborhood, getting to spend time outdoors. That's kind of my favorite places to be, especially now. Love being outdoors, is getting into take in as much as possible. So and then also I'm a big fan of sweets. Pretty big sweet tooth guy, and I enjoy baking, grilling. So that's been nice, kind of dialing my Pinterest recipe during this quarantine time. This is my wife. We got married last year in July. So 1 year going strong, and hopefully many more to come, right? So that was a great moment for us. And she is a speech and language pathologist over at Allen Avenue Elementary School and within the Bonita Unified School District. So together we got 2 dogs, right? On the right side here, that is our dog Scout. And then on the left over there, that is our dog Oakley. So they're both rescues. We both love them a little bit too much. We enjoy long hikes and sandy beach days for those guys there. It's a good time, getting to hang out with them a little bit more often. They're always by our sides right now. So let's get into the math categories of what the expectation is. So looking at Math 7 altogether, some of the student expectations that I have for each of these ones coming into our online learning and then hopefully transitioning soon to in-person class is always being positive as best as possible. Finding some, positivity from each and every day, I think, is important, especially now where we're not going to be able to have as many social interactions within the passing periods or the daily, routine of school. With that being said, asking questions, I am expecting a lot of students to be asking questions. It's harder for me as a teacher to kind of gauge where we are at in terms of understanding. If we're not going to have a video camera on, and it's going to be much harder for me to judge your facial expressions. The nods that I'm getting are like the questions that are not being answered. So please ask questions. during our time in our class. Making sure that we do our work. There's going to be assignments each and every day. We're going to be working on those a lot of the times in class. If we don't finish in class, yes, it's homework, so we're going to need to make sure we're finishing that work so that way we're prepared for the next lesson to come. As we cooperate with others within our classroom, there's going to be a lot of opportunities where we're going to be having group work. So making sure that we work well with everybody, not just our best friends, but anybody in our classroom, making sure that we can kind of build that classroom dynamic early on. And then finally, our last two things, I think it's going to be important for us to obviously continue to work hard. I know things are going to be a challenge this year, so work hard, persevere through those tough times, and then most importantly, have fun during the school year here. I know it's going to be different. I know our expectations of middle school math might be a little bit different, so it's important for us to take a minute to kind of have some fun and excitement during our time. So that is kind of our overall Math 7. And each and every day, I'm going to be breaking it down into smaller increments, taking that block schedule so that way we can see about 10-minute warm-up activity, just get some conversation started. 20 minutes is going to be about me giving some direct instruction of the math content. And then 20 minutes where we'll split up into groups, working together collaboratively to kind of build off of what that instruction was. A lot of discussion, dialogue happening in Zoom breakout rooms. And then looking at 20 minutes where we're going to assess each individual, where we're going to be practicing some certain problems. And again, I'm obviously going to be able to kind of help guide them in the right direction. And then in the last 10 minutes, we'll bring it back together as a whole class and wrap up any loose ends that we have. And every time that we look at our block schedule, I'm going to be incorporating a lot of different brain breaks. It's going to be a tough time sitting down for 3 classes every single day. So we'll get up, we'll do some different things. So that's going to be happening throughout our class. And then communication is going to be huge this year. So making sure that we are on the same page as parents, as students, reach out via Remind, email, Canvas, and office hours. Those are going to be the 4 best things. I'll be sending out daily messages or announcements or things that's going to be important for us. So make sure we are checking our notifications as we progress. I do want to kind of work through our Canvas course, and that way we can all kind of get an idea of how to navigate best. So that's our homepage, and let me take you to our Canvas site. And as we look at it, these are all going to be clickable links, these 3. So these ones here will take you right to the Zoom class every single time. It's going to be reoccurring for us. So weekly assignments, this is where we're going to be going quite often. And we have all 6 weeks here laid out for us. And so as we click on week 1, week 2, week 3, as we progress throughout the year, we can kind of see each of those days broken down with the targets that we have happening for us that we're looking to accomplish. Another important landing page for us is going to be the help or supports information right here. So at the very bottom, this one here will help you guys if there's any issues with your iPad or any issues with Canvas. Those 2 tabs will bring you to kind of help guide you into the right direction of what you guys might need. And then here's our Math Resources tab. Again, another little one for us to kind of access here with some, frequently asked questions. Again, helpful videos for us, our math links, packets, and supports there. So all of these right here are clickable links, and this is our link to show you how you can access Remind and get set up with that. So that's another huge important piece there. So spend some time exploring. And then finally, our other information landing page here is our general information. So you'll see everything that's going to be in, throughout our course of the year. So some nice different times here. So take a bit to kind of overview the Canvas sites, and feel free to ask questions. And then that way we'll be able to have a successful school year. I'm looking forward to getting to know you guys. So hopefully we'll be able to get you in person real soon. All right, again, I'm Mr. Depew. We'll be able to be in touch real soon. Thanks.